morning. All right, good morning. Good morning, y'all. I'm at a press conference
Good
for the city of
morning. Good
Detroit.
morning.
Good
Thank you
morning.
all for coming out.
Yes, good morning. Good morning. Good
Yes,
morning.
we're excited. We're excited because you all know Detroit is a leader, right? We've been leading in a lot of things. And today we have the opportunity to lead in renewable energy. So that's amazing. Amazing work by lots of activists along the way who have made this happen. So thank you so much for your work. We have the opportunity to significantly reduce our carbon footprint in the city, right? The neighborhood solar project will transform 200 acres of vacant, blighted land into solar energy hubs, bringing a long-awaited revitalization and investment to Detroit. In phase one, we have already 100 acres. All right. Homeowners, yes, we are right in the footprint here. Homeowners in the selected area will receive energy efficiency upgrades worth 15 to 25,000, reducing the energy costs for those homes and enhancing their sustainability. With no further ado, I want to introduce Mayor Mike Duggan.
All right, all right.
Well, are you excited?
Yeah.
Today, Detroit takes a step into a major national leadership role in fighting climate change. Hey, this is what we should be doing. And you know what the situation is. 127 city buildings are currently powered by 33 megawatts of energy per year from traditional sources, largely fossil fuels. In the next 2 years, we are going to build solar fields that are going to produce that 33 megawatts energy in renewable energy, effectively generating all the power for city buildings from solar fields. Isn't that what we should be doing?
Yes.
And we're doing it while at the same time helping neighborhoods that think they have been forgotten, right? And this is an example. I have been in living rooms and backyards in these areas, and I don't think it's overstating it that people here said, City Hall doesn't care about me. Nobody knows we're here. People have been moving out for decades, and nobody fought for my neighborhood. It is going to take something dramatic. And to give you a sense, today we're announcing phase one, 100 acres. We'll be doing phase two in 2025. In those 100 acres, we have only 21 owner-occupied houses.
Wow.
That's
wow.
less than one owner-occupied house per block.
Wow.
These are the most blighted areas of the city, and in many cases, you're going to get a chance to hear from an owner who's been there more than 50 years. We have folks who stayed while their neighbors moved out. Some cases, they just said, this is my neighborhood, I'm not moving. Some cases, their property value was worth so little they couldn't afford to sell and move someplace else. The 21 owner-occupied houses have all signed an agreement with us to sell the houses and move. We pay them a minimum of $90,000 each so that they can get another good place, hopefully in the city of Detroit. But we are not pushing a single owner-occupied homeowner out of these neighborhoods to build the solar fields. If you're a renter, we will be giving you money to move and 18 months free rent. So far, the renters love this plan. And if you are a landlord or you own vacant lots, we're going to pay you fair market value. And we have sent to City Council the documents asking us to move forward in condemnation. Those folks will be treated fairly, but there'll be more than 900 parcels we're going to have to acquire in phase one. And I feel good about that. The people who have owned the vacant house, the landlords, they deserve a fair check, but they don't deserve to get rich in a neighborhood that's been largely abandoned. So the first three winners, here you are in the Gratiot-Finley neighborhood. You are actually in the solar field zone. This will be a year from now, a year and a half from now, hopefully a year from now. It'll be a field of solar panels. And what we have done is 40 acres going all the way north to McNichols will be solar fields. On both sides, we've got some nice houses and some nice neighborhoods here. And the interesting thing is, while I told you there's only 21 houses left within the solar fields, in the adjoining areas, there's 159 homeowners still there. These are folks who are still in good neighborhoods, who are still fighting, who think their neighborhood has a future. And to those in the community benefits areas, we're going to invest in rebuilding those neighborhoods, and every one of those homeowners is going to get $15,000 to $25,000 each for their home to upgrade with new windows, a new furnace, a new hot water heater, new roofing. We are going to make the neighborhoods around this area bloom. For those of you who stayed and thought the blight here was going to spread, you now know your neighborhood has a bright future. And so we've got the maps. On the maps, the blue zones are the areas that are going to be the solar fields. The red zones are the community benefits areas. And the red zones are the areas where the neighbors came to the city and said, this is our idea. This plan came from the neighbors, didn't come from City Hall. This is what we want. And when you get a chance to look at them, you can see those yellow rectangles there are owner-occupied houses. And to give you a sense of how we operated, this is all be public anyway, but the house across the street here, that neighbor has agreed to sell. We have an agreement. Down on the corner is a neighbor who has been there and wants to stay. He said, I don't want to move out. And we said, okay. And so, you see that little area there?
Yes.
We drew the solar field right around him.
Yeah.
And now he gets $15,000 to fix up his house. And he gets to stay. That's the way that we went about this, neighborhood by neighborhood. We designed these areas to the neighbors' requests. And so I can't tell you, yeah, that's worth clapping for, right? Now, we're going to build 3 in phase 1, 3 in phase 2. We went across the country looking for the top firms that have built solar fields. We don't want somebody doing their first one here in the city of Detroit. And I'm really happy about the fact we didn't have to rely on one contractor. We've picked 2. We've got 2 contractors that are each going to do 3 solar fields. So if something goes wrong, we got somebody else that can step in. But I'm really pleased with the fact that Lightstar Renewables, one of the national leaders out of Boston, Massachusetts, with 20 solar fields across America, is one of our winners. And they will be doing this neighborhood here. And the other winner is somebody closer to home, DTE Energy, which has already built 30 solar fields, including a 240-acre field in Lapeer. And they will be doing one nearby in Van Dyke Lynch. So today, we are announcing that Lightstar Renewables has been selected for State Fair in Gratiot-Finley. DTE has been selected for Van Dyke Lynch, but when we do the other 3 next year, we will even it out so that each of them gets 3 solar fields of about 100 acres, and we will get a chance to watch both companies do that. And for all of you who had neighborhood partners, right, I want to thank our neighborhood solar partners that were nonprofits that helped you plan this out. They're going to stay with you and help you design this as DTE and Lightstar Renewables work. So they're going to remain your partners in that process. Phase 2 is going to be sometime next year, but we have to do this in as much as we can handle. This is a pretty major undertaking. So we're going to have to take 900 parcels of land in phase 1. There's a limit to what the lawyers, the door knockers, and the folks can handle. As soon as we get on top of it, we will pick 3 more. We had 8 finalists, as you know. We will pick 3 more out of the remaining groups and send those to City Council afterwards. So, how do we pay for this? Our front-end costs are coming from a fund that actually came out of bankruptcy. The City of Detroit actually has a utility conversion fund from the days when the public lighting department provided power. We went out of it during bankruptcy, but we had a significant reserve to do energy conversion. We're going to take $14 million out of that fund, and it is going to do the front-end purchases and work to get going. We will not have to hit the city general fund for any contribution. We actually had long-term planning on this. All right? But the balance of it, by the time we're done and we sell the power that we generate, it's going to cost the city long-term on our energy bills about $3.5 million a year. Now, of that, We're spending today, just in these 3 neighborhoods, $2.5 million. Cutting the grass, picking up the illegal dumping, making police runs for all the activities that are going on here, boarding up the houses, fixing the streets, dealing with overgrown brush, stormwater backups, and the like. And so $2.5 million we're going to save when we turn all of this into a solar field. It'll probably cost us about $1 million a year long term. The reason it's only going to cost us $1 million a year is because of Joe Biden and the Inflation Reduction Act. When President Biden passed that bill in 2022, this made it possible. Before that, you could not have financially afforded to do this. But what the president and the country have done is there's now 30% off of all of these costs. What Detroit is doing here, other cities can do, big companies can do because of the president. And so my question to this, and council's gonna have to make this decision, is that for $1 million a year, I'll tell you what we've seen in other areas of the city, when we've invested in streetscapes and neighborhoods, property values have taken off, people have moved in, prosperity has come. I think $1 million a year is a small price to pay to bring the neighborhoods back for all those neighbors around here who hung in with us for all these years. You agree with me on that? And then this contract goes for 35 years. There's some different twists where we have some options to step in earlier. But at the end of 35 years, I can't tell you I understand what solar energy will be like in 35 years. But when this field is no longer used as a solar field, Lightstar Renewables has got to remove the solar panels and turn it back to the city of Detroit as green grass parkland. So whenever that is, and there are people here who've been here for a long time who think in terms of 20 and 30 and 35 years, I do want to make sure that we don't have some abandoned solar field 35 years from now. It'll be returned to green grass state. I have one other thing that's just kind of personal. Over the years, the city has announced projects, and homeowners have sat in limbo because the project stalled. We saw this happen near City Airport. You saw people by City Airport, project stalled for 30 years. They lost all the value in their homes for their neighborhoods because they couldn't sell it because they thought something was coming. Who would buy it? They couldn't move out. There was no value. And so we have, in the 5 other areas that aren't picked yet, that we're going to pick next year, we have 28 homeowners who have signed an option agreement with us. Those 28 homeowners today, they can't sell their property because they don't know if they're going to be picked. And so I want to dip into the utility conversion fund and offer all 28 of those homeowners the option to sell their house today. Go ahead, take a check. You don't have to sit in limbo. We will give you your check and you can move. No more having the people who've been neglected continue to have to exist that way. So many people to thank. Let's give a big hand to Tricia Stein, who led this effort for the city.
Yes, all right, Tricia.
To Tapira Rushdan, who's heading our sustainability office. Ray Solomon, Aaron Harris, who have been running the door-to-door conversations in the whole Department of Neighborhoods. Jay Rising in the Chief Financials Office, Sandra Stahl in the Procurement Department, Conrad Malton in the Legal Department. These are amazingly complicated things. They've done a beautiful job. And as City Council is about to see, they're going to get documents for the condemnation, for the contract with Lightstar Renewables and DTE, and the contract for the equity fund to buy out the neighbors who would otherwise be in limbo. And finally, thank Scott Benson, councilman who's head of the Green Task Force and has championed this from the beginning. He is actually chairing a meeting at City Hall right now. But I am really pleased that 2 of the great leaders on City Council who have supported us from day one and believe in this vision are here. So please welcome council members Coleman Young and Fred Durhall.
Hello, everybody. Let's give it up for the mayor one more time. As well as Tricia Stein and Kim Town. Look at that Kim Town. And Kim Town like Raymond. Everybody loves Kim Town. Look at him, Kim, one time. I just wanted to say this very briefly. We live in a city where 30% of Detroiters are energy burdened. where 38% of our Latino brothers and sisters are energy burdened, and 43% of our African Americans are energy burdened in this town. That cannot stand.
Hello.
And so the reason why I am here is because I think this is vital. One, I think it's vital because we're going to have a better environment. We're going to have cleaner air. This is going to be better for our children because they're going to be healthier. It's going to be better for our future elders because they're going to have clean air to breathe. It's going to be better because we're reducing environmental racism and the legacy that we've had with that. And we're also investing in clean, renewable energy.
All right, Coleman.
Not to mention the fact that owner-occupied homeowners will receive $90,000, including relocation assistance.
Yeah.
Renters will benefit from 18 months of free rent
Yeah.
and relocation assistance. And additionally, eligible homeowners in the surrounding areas will receive a minimum of $15,000 for energy efficiency upgrades, which means new windows, upgraded furnaces, and better insulation, which will reduce energy bills by 10 to 20%. So this is a good thing that's going to benefit everybody. This is a good thing that's going to beautify the neighborhoods. But more importantly, this is a good thing because the greatest thing that people can do with their life is something that will outlast it.
Yeah.
And what we build today and the environmental impact this will have, the education, the jobs that this will have, the energy savings that the people will save long term is a legacy that will outlast all of our lives.
There you go.
So we need to support
All right.
this, and I'm looking forward to doing this. Thank you so much for your time, everybody.
All right, Coleman.
Well, good morning to you all. You've heard much of how we're moving the city forward. I can tell you there are a lot of numbers that are attached to this, but just to speak a little bit off the script today, one of the things I thought about coming over here were my kids. And to invest in an environment where they can have safe air to breathe, clean water to drink is priceless.
Yeah.
Is absolutely priceless. So here at the City of Detroit now, we are taking steps forward. You heard about the utility conversion fund from decommissioned sites. At one time, we were spending money and we were polluting the environment. Now we're utilizing funds to help clean the environment for generations to come. And so I am just so grateful. As Member Young articulated, we're talking 10 to 20% savings for residents on their utility bills. That's the difference between buying groceries sometimes.
Yeah.
That's the difference between putting gas in your vehicle
Yeah.
sometimes. And so this is going to be a huge win for the community. It's going to be a huge win for generations to come. And I am glad to be supportive of this because it will also help fix all of our neighborhoods around us, make us cleaner, make us greener, and make us safer. So let's continue to push forward. We're speaking to the choir here because everyone is here, but make sure that we are pushing this through our neighbors. You know, shout out to our Dons who have done a tremendous job in my district.
Yes.
My district was one of the first districts to have solar panels at the O'Shea area, and we're looking we're looking forward to phase 2. But those folks who are there can still take advantage in phase 1 and opt in right now relative to their homes if they're owner occupied. So put the word out to your neighbor that we're cleaning up Detroit now. We are taking steps forward. This is not the old Detroit. We're talking about the new Detroit, and we're moving into the next generation to make it cleaner for our kids. Thank you so much, and God bless. I look forward to supporting this.
God bless you. Thank you. Thank you, Councilman.
Thank you so much, council members, for being here with us today. I'm energized. Woo! I will tell you that we've been walking this journey. The city, we haven't been doing this alone. We have partners on the ground, neighborhood solar partners, who are longtime activists in the community who have been talking about clean energy for years, right? We have one today who's going to speak with us about her experience with us. Miss Tammy Black with the appropriate name, Community Powers. All right. Thank you so much.
Hi, everyone. I am so happy to be here today. I just want to say that we have one of the best mayors in the country and one of the best city councils in the country because they care about the people for real, okay? I have been a community partner in this engagement that the mayor has came up with this solar fields for our community to save in utility bills for our city and to help these communities come aboard with solar and to help them to revitalize the neighborhoods. But I would just like to say that this is beautiful. I've been waiting for this because I have also been on this venture for over 25 years myself. And I have put solar in Jefferson Chalmers community of 25 homes and also have a solar workforce development program in the city of Detroit. And we're looking for these contractors to bring us on to help to implement these solar fields. So we're going to have that conversation as well so that our workforce development team can not only help the city, but help their families and bring this city back to where it should be environmentally. Thank you.
So we've been chugging along with partners, and a lot of that support was made possible by the Kresge Foundation. So I want to big up them really quickly because without them, they really we're able to leverage this program because they supported us initially, and I really appreciate that. I also want to shout out our district managers who are here today. And Ray, do you want to come and speak about the tremendous work that that team has been doing?
Yeah, right?
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I will definitely start by lifting up my team. Even the areas that did not have a finalist neighborhood, they joined together. So we walked in the snow, we walked in the rain, we walked because the mayor wanted to make sure everyone got the meeting notifications. So the Department of Neighborhoods held over 60 meetings in areas that had 10 acres or more of vacant land to discuss solar generating opportunity. So we had partners like Tammy Black that came up. We had partners because we knew what we were good at. We knew where we had to lean on to our solar specialists is what we call them through this journey. We had 19 neighborhoods apply, and now we have 8 finalists. At our community meetings, residents discuss the boundaries of the community benefits and also the solar footprint for the solar array. Now I would like to introduce one of those residents from the State Fair, Miss Jean Holt.
All right, Ms. Holt, go ahead now.
I told you, Ms. Holt, it'll be quick. I was gonna get you up here quick. Thank you.
Your efforts towards me and Mayor. I am from the State Fair area, been in that area for 53 years, moved there in 1970. Raised my kids there. My husband and I. The neighborhood was overran with kids, your dogs, your cats. We just had a wonderful time in that area. As all of the community was very supportive. You had everything that you could possibly want or need in that community. Your shopping, your schools, your clothing. You was right down the street from Highland Park, with Winkleman's and all of those was down there. We so enjoyed that. We had Cunningham's on the corner when I moved over there. And that was beautiful. We had the, the neighborhood community centers for the kids down there. We had so much that was going, not only for those that live there, but we had surrounding communities that were coming to that community for activities. And I just love all the opportunities that my community had given me down through the years with my husband, including work jobs for my kids when they became of age. They went to Greenfield, they went to Nolan, if you know about those schools.
Nolan Knight.
Nolan. So you know where I am, where I was. So, but now, unfortunately, that area has seen its day. I looked around one day, and my porch was going, south? My back porch was going north, My front was going east, or whatever. But I'm saying, everything had depleted itself around me all of a sudden. Life happens to a lot of people, as it does me, and it's now kind of overflowed. And I said, now what option do we have? We began to look around and see what legally we could do about our home. And then I heard a knock on the door one day, and guess who was there? Miss Tandy, knocking on the door. And she has been my salvation for this project, along with the presentations from the whole committee that was with her, the mayor's presentations that she presented from him, and I go along with it. They have more than saved me monies. They have given me opportunities that did not exist. Life happens as it's so. Unfortunately, my husband became ill, so that left me with all of the burden of trying to prepare for our lives from that point on. So it has made things much easier for me in this respect, and I thank him for all of the opportunity that he gave the neighbors, not only myself, but the entire neighborhood, and those that will be coming for our kids, our grandkids, or whatever, that may benefit from this. And I don't see anything else at this moment, just speaking for me, that could be done to that area other than this project right now. Because so many things are coming that the kids of our generation and the adults too need. We need more energy. We need more power. Mine went out when my kids were like 2 months old, I think. And I didn't like being cold. Not at all. It's a horrible feeling. So I think this would be, with all the electronics and stuff, energy burnings and going on, this will be an opportunity, I think, for them in generations to come, as well as for those that are in the neighborhoods now to remain, that want to remain in those areas for the greenery, parks. You still got your deers running around. I do anyway. So I think it'll benefit everyone if you look into it and think about it, and then you decide for yourself. But it has been a blessing for me and my family, and I thank you for the opportunity to be able to address you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Hope. She has been a great partner. She has chosen to relocate, but these are the stories that we heard along the entire journey. So I just want to say thank you for being a great partner. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes. Please, Maisha. Thank you.
All right, Maisha.
Hello, everyone. My name is Misha Parker. And that's okay. Everybody call me Maisha, Marsha. But I represent the Finley and Gratiot neighborhood. I am the president of the Caring Neighborhood Block Club, and I am here to support my area, that we need these solar panels in our area because it will help the farming and the garden, and we will be able to help each other. We comes out anyway and help each other. We help the children in the neighborhood, so it would benefit them as well to see that the world can be different. And I appreciate the mayor selecting us to be here to speak for our neighborhood. I appreciate District 4 because they've been so supportive. Aaron and Ebony and Ray back here, they are cheerleaders. They move us on, they get us on our feet. When we had no doubt, we was just here, just thinking that we were just neighbors cleaning up and just participating. When this came along, it made me feel like we're blessed and we feel safe hearing that they're coming over here in our neighborhood and our children as well. So thank you for selecting us to be here and speak for our neighbors. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Donna Anthony, and I'm the Vice President of the Caring Neighborhood Block Club, and I'm here representing Gratiot Finley. We are so happy that we're in the 3, and we hope we get chosen for the first digging of the solar panels. And I also wanted to put a shout out to our district manager and Aaron and Ray back here, who've been helping us put our community together to understand that we wasn't left behind. There's beautiful things happening downtown, but it was so happy to hear that somebody was caring about the people that were still here, and we didn't leave. And I've been here 30 years.
All right, baby. All right.
Thank you, Misha. I don't know what Ebony did over there, but this meeting, the energy that was in the meetings every time we came. So hats off to Ebony, hats off to your neighborhood. Thank you.
Okay, we are excited. This is a new day for Detroit. I have never seen city, state, and federal align in this way. It's a remarkable thing. So I want to, yes, seriously. Those of us who've been in this clean energy struggle and this environmental struggle know that this is monumentous. So thank you all for coming. With that, we will call it a day.
Come on, you guys.
Mr. Hall, Jefferson Trauma
No, this is Jefferson Trauma and my team that we're doing the workforce development.
Oh, good.
Yes, we are.
We'll put some of you guys to work, though.
Yeah.
Let me check and see.
Definitely struggle with the Exactly. But I was going to say, but you
All right, everybody. All right, y'all. All right. So this Keita here this is Keita here from Miss TBTV. This is Keita here from Miss TBTV. All right, that was just a press conference in the city of Detroit over in the Gratiot-Finley finalist area for the solar project. It's a big project. This is a big project that's going on for the city. A big project that's going on for the city. You just saw this here on Miss TBTV. I was out here with all the news stations, y'all. I was out here with all the news stations, broadcasting this live for the city. All right? So if you are not subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe, okay? Because I try to give as much information as I possibly can, and as the information comes in to me, I want to send it out to you. So I'm here, like I said, in the city of Detroit, at the Detroit Solar Project. The Detroit Solar Project. Okay? This is where the city is cleaning up blighted areas, putting solar panels and solar parks in different areas. And my grandmother area happens to be one of the areas. Her area is the Van Dyke Lynch area. And she's been over there for maybe 40 years. And it's only her and one other neighbor on her block. Okay? So the areas are terribly blighted, terribly depleted. Okay? So it's about time. She's been over there since I was maybe 10 or 11 years old. And now I'm 51 years old. And finally, the city is coming in and they're buying out the homes of the people who have been there for so long. And there's nothing else that can really be done about it because the areas are so terrible. They're so messed up. So now they're going to clean those areas up. Okay? What about the people that's living there and then build solar panels? Okay? And the people that's in the surrounding areas, they're going to give them $15,000 to $25,000 to bring their areas up. Okay? So again, I'm at the Detroit Solar Project. I'm out here with the city council, the mayor of Detroit, Mike Bernay, a lot of solar project companies, things of that nature. It was a nice affair today. All right. All right, y'all. Again, I'm here live. I'm here live. This was the district manager for South Van Dyke Bush area. Kiana Sessions.
Right now, we've had two.
It's another one of the district managers. How you doing? District 3. So this was a District 3 in Detroit. All right, for the solar projects that's going on to clean up these blighted areas.
Young people,
They've been like this for 30 years. So
and they're not really understanding what environmental justice means and global warming and how we can save our planet. Because they're too busy worried about day-to-day living. You know, how am I going to live today? How am I going to eat today? How am I going to pay my bills today? If we can free them up of that, then we can teach them about the environment.
Thank you so much, Kiana. Thank you so much. All right, so,
And then
all right, everybody.
jobs that they can take care of.
Make sure you subscribe to the
They
channel.
can grow well.
Subscribe.
That's the goal.
He'll be out
And
here
these
giving
guys will be
information.
close.
He'll give
Yes.
information. But
They may be close to home, they may not be. If they want to go out
to the next destination.
go other places,
And
wherever
I
we
thank
can
you
go.
all
But I
so
meant
much
it
for
for
tuning
the
in.
Yes.
I
Yes.
wish you all a blessed day.
Anything else you want to add about
A prosperous day.
Until me now, say hello.
it? Will do. Nice to meet you,
Yes,
Brian.
nice to meet you, Brian.
You say you are just,
All right,
oh my
all
God,
right,
thank
all
you.
right.
Thank you, Arfin. Arfin, I hope you're subscribed. So anytime I come on, you can get the latest updates or get some motivational speaking or whatever it is that I'm dropping for that particular day. Here's my grandma. Let me show y'all my grandma. I'm here representing my grandma today. Yeah. So you from the city of Detroit?
And I work with them with the solar project. I just wanted to make sure that Grandma is okay.
Yeah.
But I'm here.
Thank you so much.
Such a lovely person.
Thank you so much. So it's been so many people that's been involved in this city project, this solar project. And again, like they said, it was initially what, about 80, how many areas?
It was 13.
It was about 13 areas, and now it's narrowed down to 8 areas. And my grandmother's area is one of the areas, and so we were so grateful for it. We're so grateful because she's been waiting for this for over 40 years for somebody to maybe come through, especially in the last 20 years because of neighborhoods really went south in the last like 20 years. So we're really excited about it. So again, thank you all for tuning in to Miss TBTV. Miss Kitty here setting up. All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Yep, she's on that one.